sometimes I feel like a minority, and not just because of, but because I feel like I'm one of the only defenders of Mike Florio, because Florio generally gets roasted, whatever. He's immensely popular, Pro Football Talk. I respect his work, but sometimes he does get a little bit pithy, right? But love and respect his work. He's a Vikings fan, pictured here with the OG purveyor of purple positivity. That's a lot of P's, getting things done. Hopefully that's his thermos. But Florio, so he put out a tweet promoting an article, basically just talking about how the Broncos are building their offense completely around Russell Wilson. And yes, it makes sense. Russ is one of the true blue franchise quarterbacks, even though he's getting up there in age, even though he's the same age as Kirk Cousins, whatever. And a lot of people, you can see in the comments, he had 54 responses. A lot of people were in there, oh, every team builds around the quarterback. Right? And then Florio, I don't know. So, like, sometimes Florio just, he gets a little pithy. So he, after he obviously read some of the replies, he was like, if you insist that every NFL team builds its offense completely around its quarterback, you're telling the world you don't know ish about football without telling the world you don't know ish about football. Now, Florio does this. He gets very, very spicy sometimes. I mean, you don't see, Pelissero, going off like this, man. But he's right. He is right. Even though in today's modern game, generally it makes sense to build around your quarterback, as the Vikings are trying to do, because everything does lead back to the quarterback. It's the most important position in all of team sports, because, hey, you got Kirk Cousins. Well, why did you improve the offensive line? To improve pass blocking and to improve run blocking, so then you can set up play action off of the run game. Why did you get him more wide receivers? Why did you hire Kevin O'Connell, offensive genius from the Rams, as well as a guy who worked at Washington before? Oh, it's all about Kirk Cousins. So, yeah, the Vikings are doing the smart thing, building around the quarterback, but not all teams do it. I mean, Tennessee Titans, I mean, you traded A.J. Brown and for Ryan Tannehill, who did not perform well last year. And, I mean, the Titans, they are what they are. Vrabel has made no bones about it. It's like he just wants to pound the rock with Derrick Henry. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. Panthers with Christian McCaffrey. Even though they tried to trade McCaffrey, basically McCaffrey signed a $16 million a year deal, and they've been trying to trade him ever since. But the Panthers, because of their dearth of quarterback play in recent years, I mean, they have basically been building around Christian McCaffrey. The Browns, you could say to a degree, with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, mainly because Baker's been so bad. So a lot of it is circumstances. Like if prime Tom Brady was on the Titans, the Panthers, or the Browns, I mean, do you think he'd be building around the running game? Probably not. Or, hell, the Seahawks. I mean, if the Seahawks still had Russ, would they still be building around that running game of Chris Carson, Rashad Penny? And, hell, they spent a second-round pick on Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State. Why? They have 17 running backs. Of course, Pete just wants to run the ball. What can you do? But yes, back in the day, you used to build around running backs. Jim Brown won the Browns, 17 million championships back when there was 4 teams in the league. But then you had guys like O.J. Simpson and Eric Dickerson and Earl Campbell and Adrian Peterson, and you tried to build your team around it, except it just didn't work. It just didn't work back then. It isn't working now. Or hell, Walter Payton had this Hall of Fame career, and he was getting pretty long in the tooth in '85. He didn't win a Super Bowl until, yes, that's defense came in, as well as they opened up a semblance of a passing game with Jim McMahon. So, yeah, Florio is right. Like, he didn't he didn't have to put it so bluntly, but yes, not every team in the league builds around the quarterback the way that they should. I mean, hell, the last team to win a Super Bowl around the running game was the 97-98 Broncos. That's with the the corpse of John Elway, like Weekend at Bernie style. Terrell Davis, TD. The last time Kubiak ever did anything good. That's really about it. All right, but I don't know. It's just funny to me, man, because like we said, you never see Pelissero going off like this, but he's right. But like I said, Florio, he gets spicy sometimes, man. He does. And yes, not every team builds around the quarterback, but they should. That's a smart way to go in the modern NFL. Quarterback is the most important position in all of team sports. There you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Does every team build around the quarterback? They should. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.